The Nintendo Direct we've all been waiting for. It's finally arrived. The final full Nintendo Direct of the Nintendo Switch era. So, we have been waiting for this Switch Direct for freaking months now. Ever since we got all these news about Switch 2, and everyone's like, when's the next Direct coming up? When's the next Direct coming up? Then it was like, it's gonna be in April. And then it's gonna be in May. Now we're finally in June. It has finally arrived. There was a leak last week that said it would be June 19th. It is June 18th. Nintendo said, screw y'all, we're doing it one day earlier just to say the leaks are technically wrong. And here we go. So, this recap is essentially me going through the games that I caught that I am most excited about. This is not going through every game that was announced at the Direct. There will be some games maybe I missed that you're like, hey, I'm excited for that game, and I'm happy for you. These are just the ones that got the exclamation mark to pop up above my head, and I want to just talk about them real quick. So, kick it off the Direct. We started with one that instantly gets your attention, which is how you do a good Direct. You get people interested right away. We have Mario and Luigi Brothership, the newest addition to the Mario and Luigi series. So, I have not played a Mario and Luigi game. I have been wanting to for the longest time, but most of them, they're all on handheld, right? They're on GBA or they're on the 3DS. And, well, there are certain ways to play them. I haven't gotten to that point yet. But we finally have a new one, you know? Mario and Luigi Brotherhood. Well, Brothership is actually what it is, I believe, called Brothership, not Brotherhood, if I'm correct. Yeah, Brothership. So, that's exciting for me, you know, RPG Mario is, that's what the Mario and Luigi games are, by the way, they are RPGs. So, I think this is going to do really well, you know, they mentioned in the video that this is the first new title in like 9 years. So that's always good, and this is always a good thing because, you know, when Nintendo brings back an old IP, essentially, what it does is it gets people to go back and play the older games, and then they're more excited for the new one. So, and for people who are wondering, maybe this is like a niche product, you know, it's RPG, how can you really sell that to the whole market? We just had Thousand Year Door Remake come out, and that did great. You know, I bet you people went back and played older Paper Marios because of that. And we had the remake of Super Mario RPG. So, Mario and RPG works perfect. Nintendo gets the Mario RPG format. So I'm excited for this game. You know, it's actually coming to the Switch, so I can finally play a Mario and Luigi game. It's really good. I'm really excited. I think the one thing that... I love the art style as well, I have to say. I really love the art style. It looks very much like the box art for a lot of the Mario RPG game, Mario and Luigi games. They kind of just took their style from the box art and just made it into a full game, which I really like. But the one thing that I will say that maybe I don't quite like is the name. Mario and Luigi Brothership. It doesn't really pop out to you as much as something like Superstar Saga or Dream Team or Partners in Time. You know, those titles pop up at you, and this is just Brothership. I get the pun. They're brothers, and they're on islands and going on ships and stuff like that, right? Like, I get it. You know, I get the joke, but, you know, whatever. This comes out on November 7th, 2024, which is this is gonna be a holiday game. You know, November, it's the holiday month. This is gonna be a game that kids are gonna ask their parents for, and parents are gonna get for their kids for Christmas. So you're gonna see a lot of stock of this move, but I guarantee you a lot of people probably won't actually play it. Well, a lot of kids, more essentially, will not be playing it until Christmas time, but you're definitely gonna get the diehard Nintendo fans who are gonna buy it instantly and play it, and you're gonna see a bunch of streams of it, which I cannot wait for. Because it's always fun when a new Mario game comes out, right? You see all the streams and all the buzz. It's such a good time. But yeah, this is a great idea to put, I think, in a time where it's gonna move. You know, gonna move. I'm trying to figure out what the wording is. Units. That's it. It's gonna move units. And kids are going to want this for their birthday. So, not their birthday, for Christmas. So, yeah, there it is. Mario and Luigi Brothership. Now, the next thing we got that popped up for me was Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. So, this is a port of Donkey Kong Country Returns from the Wii. They're porting it over to the Switch. Now, this is not going to come out until January of 2025, which is fine. Starting the year off, I think, with a port, especially a port of Donkey Kong Country Returns, which I know a lot of people like. So that is, I think, a good way to start off the year. Start off the year with, like, you know, a port of a well-received game. It's not going to be super big, but it's going to be big enough that people will still buy it and play it. And this, I believe, is probably going to be the definitive way to play Donkey Kong Country Returns from now on, because they're going to have the 80 levels from the original Wii version, along with additional stages from the 3DS version as well. So, yeah, this will be like the definitive way to play Donkey Kong Country Returns. So that's a nice one. We have Super Mario Party Jamboree. Now, this is something for the leakers. Of course, there was that big leak last week of what would arrive on this Direct, and on that you had stuff like a new Fire Emblem, you had a new Legend of Zelda, you had a new Mario Party, you had stuff like they're gonna put ports of the HD versions of Wind Waker and Twilight Princess and like all this stuff. So the leaks are technically right. There was a new Mario Party announced, but the name is very different. They said it was going to be called like Mario Party Multiverse Madness or something like that, Multiverse Mayhem. It is actually Super Mario Party Jamboree. So this is an entirely new Mario Party from Mario Party Superstars. So this comes out October 17th this year. It's going to have 5 new boards, 2 boards from the original Mario Party games, 1 from Mario Party 1, 1 from Mario Party 2. So those come back, so you're going to get about 7 boards in total. More mini games, some new mini games, some old ones coming back. There is a Koopathlon mode that'll support 20 players. That's insane. 20 players. That's going to be madness. I loved seeing videos of Mario Party Superstars when that came out. People still play Mario Party Superstars to this day. I mean, it's a good Mario Party game, and a good Mario Party game gets a lot of sales. I am glad this is coming out now, because now I don't need to buy Mario Party Superstars like I was going to. Because now I can just wait for this Super Mario Party Jamboree, a new Mario Party. It looked fun. Mario Party has had a bit of a resurgence with Super Mario Party and then Mario Party Superstars, and now this one looks to continue in the way of making it just a fun experience for all. And a fun Mario Party is a great time. So I'm looking forward to that. So that comes out again October 17th. So next up, we have a huge one now. As if the other ones weren't huge enough, we have Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. This is the leak, right? We had the rumors. I made a video on it that there was a Legend of Zelda game in development for Zelda to be the main protagonist, and this was it. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. However, I don't think it's how we expected it. A lot of people saw those images going around, and we thought it was going to be a bit more of a serious tone. Like, Zelda was going to be in the style of something along the lines of she's going to look like how she did in, like, Breath of the Wild, or, you know, the standard Zelda we know, you know, like the one you kind of see in, like, Smash Brothers or something, like, you know, that standard Zelda. But no, the art style looks very much like the Link's Awakening remake, and it's very cutesy, that's a nice surprise. And, you know, not that a Zelda game with Zelda as the main character wouldn't have sold. It would have sold no matter what. But I think this will help a lot of casual people get into it a lot more of a cutesy, fun art style will help a lot of people get into it more. I think more people are more inclined to play a more cutesy game than a more serious toned one. And especially with the gameplay mechanic that is in this one, which is Zelda has the Tri-Rod, which she can use to make echoes of things. So she can like make an echo of like a table or water blocks. You can even make echoes of enemies and spawn them in, and they will fight for you. So with stuff like that, I think this art style works very much with that. So this will come out September 26th. That's gonna be, oh man, that's gonna sell so much. Just in the fall, like, well, that's like beginning of fall, end of summertime, right? So that's a great time to release a game, really, I think. So there we go, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. We have our new Legend of Zelda game with Zelda as the main character, and that's coming out. Also, they want to say that a limited edition gold-colored Nintendo Switch Lite is gonna be available with this game, so you can get that too. So then we have a bit more of a lower tier kinda announcements that I just want to touch upon. We have the Capcom Collections. This is the Marvel vs. Capcom Collection, where it's gonna have a bunch of Marvel fighting games that were made by Capcom. They are the ones from mainly arcade. They're bringing them over in a big bundle to the Switch. So that is going to be X-Men Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom, The Punisher, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and Marvel Superheroes X Street Fighter. So that's all coming in this bundle. Now, normally I am very skeptical and I kind of stay away from the Switch bundle collections because I'd rather just play it on a different console. Like, look at the Arkham collection. Arkham Knight is dog water on Nintendo Switch. I'd rather just play it on my PS4, which I have been, and it runs buttery smooth. So whenever a port of something or collection kind of comes to Switch, I really don't go for that. I mainly try to be like, I will try and get it on anything else. But I think this one will be fine because they are arcade classics. They're pixel sprite art, which Nintendo, if the Switch can't handle that, it can't handle anything. So I feel like that this is a solid collection to get for the Switch. So, you know, I will definitely be keeping an eye out for this one. There is no date for it yet. It just comes out later this year. Something else I also wanted to touch upon was 100 Line Last Defense Academy. This is coming from the creators of Danganronpa. I hope I'm pronouncing that wrong. Danganronpa, yeah, please. I've never played a Danganronpa game. I want to, but it's one of those series that when you dive in, you gotta be ready to commit for a long term, buddy. Because there's there's a bunch of games. There's an anime. There's so much. But this game, 100 Line Defense, is pretty much you play as the character Takumi Sumino, who has to protect his school, which is the Last Defense Academy, from a bunch of invaders who have, invaded Earth and all that type of stuff. And you have 100 days to do it. It is unknown whether that will be 100 real-life days or in-game days. I'm assuming in-game days. I'm assuming. It would be sweet, though. Imagine a game that once you start it, you literally have 100 days to complete it or you fail. That'd be pretty cool, But that comes out later. The art style very much of the Danganronpa games, so there's that, and it's in a school. These guys know what they have their niche of like keeping it in a school, And then we have the Nintendo Switch Online stuff coming out. So we have a Link to the Past is coming to Nintendo Switch Online with the Four Swords co-op mode with it as well. So that'll be exciting. It's always nice to get an old Legend of Zelda game, by the way, on the Switch Online. And we have Metroid Zero Mission, which is a remake of the original Metroid. And from what I hear, Zero Mission is like the definitive way to experience the OG Metroid. So if you want to experience the OG Metroid, Zero Mission is like the perfect way to do it, right? Because it's got better graphics, better gameplay all around. So I'm really excited for that, to play that. And then we have, for the N64, 17 Plus collection. So these two games are 17 Plus, rated M. If Nintendo's willing to do this for the N64, bring in 17 Plus, guys, we can get our Infinite Requiem. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We can do it. Bring it on for the GameCube. Infinite Darkness Sanity's Requiem. That's it. I mashed the titles together. Infinite Darkness Sanity's Requiem. We can get it. Oh my god. But the games they are bringing over is Turok Dinosaur Hunter and Perfect Dark. I wonder why they're bringing that one over. Is there anything happening that could possibly be the reason for that. But those 4 games are going to be coming to Nintendo Switch Online, and by the time this comes out, you're probably already playing them. And then the final big announcement, it's the one everyone knew. We all knew this was coming. Metroid Prime 4! It is here. It is here. Not this year, though. It is coming out next year in 2025. It has gotten a name now, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Again, I've never played a Metroid Prime game. I want to, though. Of course, Metroid Prime Remastered is a great way to start that, but I also want to play the other games, and I got my eye on this collection for the Wii, which has the trilogy of games in a collection. So I'll probably play it like that on the Wii, because I feel like motion controls will work great for a first-person game. So here we go, Metroid Prime 4. It comes out in 2025. I think people were maybe hoping for like a December, November release, but it's not to be. But we are getting the game, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. We are getting the game in 2025. This does bring up a bit of a theory I came up with. Maybe this could be a dual release, you know, because there is no date in 2025, just 2025. If the Switch 2 does come out at its supposed date of March next year, maybe this game could be the first dual release. Like, it comes out on Switch and Switch 2. You know, kind of like how PlayStation does it, where they still make PS4 games to this day. So games come out and it's PS4 and 5. So maybe Nintendo does the same thing where it's Switch and Switch 2. They could do that. They could not, and I could just be making this up. But anyway, that's the big things I wanted to talk about from this Nintendo Direct. Overall, it's a W Direct. This Direct ruled. So, yeah, and I think this is pretty much what we wanted from the Direct. So, the leaks, also, we looking back at those leaks, they were kind of right. There was a new Mario Party, just not the one they said. There was a new Legend of Zelda, just not the one they said. There was no ports of Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD, though, which I am actually kind of bummed about. And there was no new Fire Emblem game, so there is that. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. What excited you from this Nintendo Direct? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys all next time.